Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and being a producer of Wrestle Massacre as well as Inside Movies Galore, I am David Strege, and welcome to Delusions of Grandeur. Enjoy the reviews. I certainly did.
Okay, Dave, that's it. Screw you and your college flunkies. I've had enough of this from you and from everyone else. I know what you guys are trying to do. Break me down, drive me out of the force. Well, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than a lame prank like this to get Curtis Mooney to throw in his badge, so fuck you. Over.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Delusions of Grandeur, Doors, What's in My Room. I have a couple of stacks here that I want to get through. And the first one that I wanted to talk about is, do you remember the Little Rascals? Well, eventually when they became teenagers, they were known as several different names. And one of them was the East Side Kids. This is an East Side Kids collection of 8 movies. And this was put out by Platinum Disc Corporation from La Crosse, which is now out of business. But on here are Mr. Wise Guy, That Gang of Mine, Ghosts on the Loose with Bela Lugosi and Ava Gardner, Bowery Blitzkrieg, Boys of the City, Pride of the Bowery, Neath the Brooklyn Bridge, and $1 Million Kid. It's a 2 DVD collection. I don't know if you can see the back there, but there I have that one. Next I have a 3-film collection of, it's called the Brigitte Bardot collection, Classic Collection. And on here I have Pushing Up no, not Pushing Up, Plucking the Daisy. And then The Night Heaven Fell, and Don Juan, or If Don Juan Were a Woman, here in this collection. And I know that this isn't the first collection that I have with Brigitte Bardot starring in the films, so bear that in mind. Next I have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4-film collection. This is on DVD. It actually came with these tattoos, and that is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Secret of the Ooze, Turtles in Time, and that animated TMNT film with. So, at the time, these were all 4 movies at the moment. So I ended up picking it up this way because that 3-film collection just took up way too much space. So when this came out, I picked it up, and I believe I picked it up from Walmart. Next, I have this 9-movie collection called Terror in the Air. And on here I have Crash Landing, Airborne, The President's Plane is Missing, Death Flight, Storm, Airboss, Airboss 2, Preemptive Strike, Airboss 3, The Payback, and Airboss 4, The X Factor. And this is from Echo Bridge Home Entertainment, which I've often thought was like a spin-off of Mill Creek Entertainment, but I'm not entirely sure. Next I have 20th Century Fox's Fortune Star release of Bruce Lee, The Ultimate Collection. And on here I have The Big Boss from 1971, Fist of Fury from 1972, Wave of the Dragon from 1973, Game of Death from 1972, and Game of Death 2 from 1981. The thin packs, of course. So glad that I have that one. Next I have the thinner pack of this Grindhouse Experience Presents Eye on Horror 10 feature film collection, and supposedly these are the titles on this collection: Hellhole, Jungle Virgin Force, The Rapist, Devil's Express, Ghost Ninja, Primitives, A Dog Called Vengeance, Scorpion Thunderbolt, Temple of Hell, and Cannibal Curse. And I don't know if you can see the way the writing is on here. So yeah, I have that. Next I have an 8-movie collection of family films. So it says family collection on the side of it. And these are the films that are on here. Now this is Jacob Tutu Meets the Hooded Fang. And that is actually a remake of the film, of the original film. The Shrunken City, Dumb Luck, Earth Minus Zero, The Secret Kingdom, The Boy with the X-Ray Eyes, Shapeshifter, and Phantom Town. And like I said, these can be shown to like your kids or something of that nature. I love picking up films like this. I still enjoy being kind of a kid. Next, I have these are the smaller editions of that 200 feature collection that I ended up getting. It says Drive-In Cult Classics 8-movie collection, and on here, on this first volume, is Pick Up The Sister-in-Law, The Stepmother, The Teacher, Trip with the Teacher, Best Friends, Cindy and Donna, and Malibu High. On the second volume of the Drive-In Classics, I have The Madman of Manduras, They Saved Hitler's Brain, Terrified, Bloodlust, The Creeping Terror, Land of the Minotaur, The Hearse, and The Devil's Hand. And on the third volume, I have The Babysitter, Waken with the Babysitter, The Pink Angels, Blood Mania, Single Room Furnished, Van Nuys Boulevard, The Pom Pom Girls, Malibu Beach. And I believe that there was a fourth volume out there, but before I could find the fourth volume out there, they came out with a 32 collection of all of these. So next I have the Gorgon video release of the Faces of Death collection. And on here it has volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it also has Fact or Fiction and the original worst of the Faces of Death. And it's got some trailers for some interesting shit on this particular release. And I know that they made them thick like this at one point in time, and then they made them thinner. So glad that I picked this up. Evidently, they were taken off of the shelves of Blockbuster for being way too extreme. Next, I have Anchor Bay film collection of Mirror Mirror. This is kind of a rarity. It's got all 4 movies together for the first time: Mirror Mirror, Mirror Mirror 2, Raven Dance, Mirror Mirror 3, The Voyeur, and Mirror Mirror 4, Reflections. So, interesting silver pack. It's actually in this plastic, but comes out from this plastic and opens up like so. Kind of weird. But it's still interesting all the same. Glad that I have it. I came across it at one point in time, but then Borders closed up at the time. Next, I have an MGM movie collection of 4 classic movies. It's got Aerosmith, Made for Each Other, Marty, and Lilies of the Field with Sidney Poitier in it. Thought it was interesting seeing those movies in a 4-pack. I absolutely love Lilies of the Field. That is one of my favorite classic films. Next, I have 20th Century Fox Studio Classics with Anna Karenina, A Farewell to Arms, Les Miserables from 1935 and 1952, and The Sun Also Rises. If you can see the back there, just a little bit. I believe that 20th Century Fox was trying to put those out just like TCM was. Next, I have Alien Nation, the Ultimate Movie Collection. And on here, I have Alien Nation, Dark Horizon, Alien Nation, Body and Soul, Alien Nation, Millennium, Alien Nation, The Enemy Within, and Alien Nation, The Udera Legacy. I don't know if you can see the back there, but that should be an interesting film collection. Next, I have Drive-In Movie Classics, a 50 film pack from Mill Creek. This one has Absolution, Beast from Haunted Cave, Black Hooker, Blood Mania, Breakout from Oppression, Count Dracula and His Vampire Bride, Country Blue, Creeper, Day of the Panther, The Devil with Seven Faces, The Devil's Hand, Don't Look in the Basement, Don't Open Till Christmas, The Firing Line, Going Steady, The Guy from Harlem, Horror of the Zombies, I Wonder Who's Killing Her Now, In Hot Pursuit, Invasion of the Bee-Girls, The Island Monster, Jive Turkey, Katie's Passion, The Lazarus Syndrome, Legacy of Blood, Legend of Bigfoot, Mad Dog, The Manipulator, Moon of the Wolf, The Murder Mansion, Nabonga, Night Train to Terror, Primetime, Prisoners of the Lost Universe, Rattlers, Savage Journey, Savage Weekend, Shock, Single Room Furnished, Slave of the Cannibal God, Snow Beast, Spare Parts, Throw Out the Anchor, TNT Jackson, Trauma, Treasure of Tiopa, Twister's Revenge, Unsane, Voodoo Black Exorcist, and Women of Devil's Island. And then Drive-In Movie Classics. It's a different cover. Different set, I think. Maybe it's not. It actually looks like it's the same set. So I guess I didn't realize that I had picked up the same set, but they're. Oh wait, I guess the difference here was one movie. Yep, the difference here was one movie, and that was let's see, Savage Journey, Rattlers. See, Legend of Bigfoot, Mad Dog, The Manipulator. Oh, Mad Dog. They put in Mama Dracula on this particular and took out. That's what I'm looking for. They took out a movie. Okay. Let's see. Horror of the Zombies, The Guy from Harlem, Don't Open Till Christmas, Death by Dialogue. Okay, Death by Dialogue is not on this one. But Day of the The Devil with Seven Faces is on here. Okay. So the Devil's Hand is not on this one. So it's got some differences. I was trying to figure out the differences and what they what they took out and what they added. And Creepers is on this one and not this one. So there are some differences in the two different drive-in sets. And that's why I got both of them, is because they had different films on them, and that's the thing that Mill Creek does. Whenever they come out with a new 50-pack, it's like they change it up just a little bit and add like maybe 2 or 3 ones that weren't on the set from before. And this is a Sub Rosa Cinema set, one of the sets that's out there. It's called Savage Holocaust. And on here, we have Satan Claus, Psycho Santa, Campfire Tales, Vampire Junction, FAQ, and Binge and Purge. So that's where Maximiliano got his start, I guess. So next I have a Sci-Fi Invasion 50-pack. And on here I have 984 Prisoner of the Future, Abraxas, Guardian of the Future, The Alien Factor, Alien Prey, The Amazing Transparent Man, Assassin, The Bat, Battle Beyond the Sun, Beyond the Moon, Brain Twisters, The Brother from Another Planet, The Crater Lake Monster, The Creeping Terror, The Day Time Ended, Death Machines, Escape from Galaxy 3, The Eyes Behind the Stars, Evil Brain from Outer Space, Extraterrestrial Visitors, Fugitive Alien, Future Hunters, Future Woman, Galaxina, Giant of Metropolis, Hands of Steel, The Head, Horror High, Hundra, Hyper Sapien People from Another Star, Invaders from Space, It's Alive, Life Returns, The Manster, Mission Stardust, Morons from Outer Space, Night Fright, Night of the Blood Beast, Primal Impulse, ROTOR, Raiders of Atlantis, Robo Vampire, Rocket Attack USA, Slipstream, Star Knight, Star Pilot, Top Line, Trapped by Television, War of the Robots, The Wasp Woman, and Welcome to Blood City. Next, I have two of my older 50 packs. This is Chilling Classics, and it's a little bit worse for wear. I've had to actually tape it up a couple of times. But on here, I have Death Rage, Memorial Valley Massacre, Medusa, Dead Time Stories, Scream Bloody Murder, The Bell from Hell, Metamorphosis, Naked Massacre, Haunts, Christmas Evil, Driller Killer, Horror Express, The Snake People, Sisters of Death, War of the Robots, Oasis of the Zombies, The Witch's Mountain, Deep Red, The Revenge of Dr. X, Bad Taste, Virus, Milpita's Monster, The Funeral Home, Lady Frankenstein, Silent Night, Bloody Night, Panic, Messiah of Evil, The Blancheville Monster, Kathy's Curse, The Alpha Incident, The Demons of Ludlow, The Cold, Hands of a Stranger, Gothic, Man in the Attic, The Demon, Crypt of the Living Dead, Track of the Moon Beast, The Ghost, Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter, Dr. Tar's Torture Dungeon, The Bloody Brood, House of the Dead, Slashed Dreams, A Bucket of Blood, Horrors of Spider Island, The Legend of Bigfoot, The Devil's Hand, I Bury the Living, and Drive-In Massacre. This one I also have had to tape up a couple of times, but it has Carnival of Souls, Atom Age Vampire, Creature from the Haunted Sea, Nightmare Castle, Black Dragons, The Invisible Ghost, One Body Too Many, White Zombie, Attack of the Giant Leeches, The Screaming Skull, Beast of Yucca Flats, The Terror, Revolts of the Zombies, The Giant Gila Monster, The Fatal Hour, Dead Men Walk, The Mad Monster, Maniac, Metropolis, The Vampire Bat, The Ape, The Monster Maker, The Killer Shrews, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, King of the Zombies, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with John Barrymore, Bluebeard, The Corpse Vanishes, Night of the Living Dead, Doomed to Die, The Phantom of the Opera, The Indestructible Man, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Nosferatu, Swamp Women, The World Gone Mad, The Little Shop of Horrors, Tormented, The Monster Walks, Monster from a Prehistoric Planet, The Gorilla, A Shriek in the Night, Bloodlust, The Amazing Mr. X, Last Woman on Earth, The Bat, The House on Haunted Hill, The Last Man on Earth, Dementia 13, and Phantom from 10,000 Leagues. And that is on Horror Classics. I actually picked both the Chilling one and Horror Classics up from Suncoast when it was actually still in business. So next I have the Mystery Classics 50 movie pack from Mill Creek. So let me tell you what I've got here. I've got Algiers, Bulldog Drummond comes back. Bulldog Drummond escapes. Bulldog Drummond in Africa. Bulldog Drummond's peril. Bulldog Drummond's revenge. Bulldog Drummond's secret police. The Death Kiss. Detour. Dick Tracy detective. Dick Tracy meets Gruesome. Dick Tracy versus Cue Ball. Dressed to Kill. Eyes in the Night. Fog Island. Great Guy. The Green Glove. He Walked by Night. Impact. Jigsaw. Kansas City Confidential. The Kennett Murder Case. The Man on the Eiffel Tower. Midnight Manhunt. The Moonstone. Mr. Moto's Last Warning. Mr. Wong, Detective, Murder at Midnight, Murder at the Baskervilles, Murder by Television, Murder with Pictures, The Mysterious Mr. Wong, Mystery Liner, Nancy Drew, Reporter, Quicksand, Scarlet Street, The Second Woman, The Shadow Strikes, The Shadow, International Crime, Sherlock Holmes and the Secret Weapon, The Sign of Four, The Stranger, A Study in Scarlet, Suddenly, Terror by Night, They Made Me a Criminal, Too Late for Tears, Topper Returns, The Triumph of Sherlock Holmes, and The Woman in Green. And that's the Mystery Classics 50 pack. Next, I have Pure Terror 50 pack. On here, I have The Amazing Transparent Man, Anatomy of a Psycho, Blood Sabbath, Bloody Pit of Horror, Crucible of Horror, Curse of Bigfoot, Death in the Shadows, Death Warmed Up, The Devil's Nightmare, The Devil's Possessed, Dr. Jekyll and the Werewolf, Don't Answer the Phone, Double Exposure, The Dungeon of Horror, The Eerie Midnight Horror Show, The Embalmer, Evil Brain from Outer Space, Fangs of the Living Dead, Frankenstein 80, Grave of the Vampire, Green Eyes, Guru the Mad Monk, Hands of Steel, Horror Rises from the Tomb, The House by the Cemetery, The House That Screamed, It Happened at Nightmare Inn, Keep My Grave Open, Hands, Manos, The Hands of Fate, The Monster, also known as Monstroid, Mutant, My Mom's a Werewolf, The Night Evelyn Came Out of Her Grave, Night Fright, Night of Bloody Horror, Night of the Blood Beast, The Oval Portrait, Point of Terror, The Sadist, Satan's Slave, Scared to Death, The Telltale Heart, Terror Creatures from the Grave, Terror in the Jungle, They Saved Hitler's Brain, The Thirsty Dead, The Undertaker and His Pals, The Vampire's Night Orgy, and The Werewolf of Washington in Pure Terror 50 pack. Next, I have the 6 feature films sci-fi movie pack collector set, and this is from Echo Bridge Home Entertainment. This has Prey of the Jaguar, Future Zone, Space Mutiny, Future Force, Firehead, and Conspiracy of Fear. I don't know if you can see that. And there's more to see right there. So there you go. And next I have the Anchor Bay Sleepaway Camp collection. This is the survival kit. Camp Can Be Murder. And I love this thing. It's got Sleepaway Camp 1, 2, Unhappy Campers, and 3, Teenage Wasteland. And of course it's got what would have been Sleepaway Camp 4, The Survivor. At least whatever surviving footage is left from that set. And of course it's got a little camp diary. So, kind of love this set. I'm never going to get rid of it. Ended up getting it for a very good price. So in any case, I believe that is it for right now. So thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. I'm definitely going to have some more cool videos for you to check out. And that's not everything that's in my collection. I've got a long way to go. But But I have more videos to get to, so hopefully you enjoy this. And like, share, and subscribe, and definitely have some more cool stuff to show you in the future. So thank you so much. Enjoy.
You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see?